everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Ata Good, today, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel where I make videos on sewing tutorials and DIY crafts. So on today edition, we'll be learning how to cut a sleeve pattern. Simple, not time consuming. It's quite straightforward, filled with details that you need. So please, if you're an old member, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your support, your likes and your comments, your shares so far. I really appreciate. And I say may God bless you all. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please click on the subscription bell, subscribe to the channel so that you'll get notifications anytime I make new videos on these channels. So let's go over to the main tutorial without wasting much of our time. So first of all, you fold your fabric into two, or your pattern paper. If you're cutting on your fabric or your pattern paper, make sure you fold it into two this way. Then you mark out 1/2 inch from this edge, not this opening side, this side that is closed. You mark it all the way down. You can just figure it. Use your tape, just a line like this. So if you measure from here to here, it's 1/2 inch. So here is going to be this line there is going to be our starting point. So the next thing we'll need to measure now is we get our bicep. So for you to get a bicep, what you need to do is just divide your bust measure, whatever you have as your bust measurement, you divide it by 12, then you add 1 inch. So what I have on my the bust measurement I'm using is 33. So when you divide 33 by 12, what you will have by 12 plus 1 inch, you will get 3.75. So 3.75 is past 3.5, so it's here. So I will just approximate it. To 4 inches. So remember, you're taking your measurement from this edge, not at this place, from here, from this line. Then you mark 4 inches. 4 inches. Good. So the next thing now you're going to determine. You take your determine your armhole. You check the measurement of your armhole. So from this place. From here, measure all the way to this edge, whatever it gives you. Okay, mine is actually 8.5. So because of ease, I will just add extra 1/2 inch to make it 9 inches. So it should not be 9 inches. So what you have to do now is you measure from this edge to this edge, wherever you meet 9 inches, then you mark it there. From this place here, okay, see, keep your tape like this. I think you're seeing what I'm doing. You keep your tip like this and you mark 9 inches. So of course, it's advisable to add some inches of allowance, of sewing allowance to your sleeve pattern when you are cutting. So normally I do add 1 inch or 1.5 inch, but for this tutorial let me just use 1 inch. So in your own, while making yours, you can choose to add 1.5 inch or 1 inch. So connect this line from this line. This is our main armhole measurements now. So just connect it. This way. So this extra 1 inch here just for seam, for sewing allowance. So from here to this place, you determine the center point here, like this. So 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So you mark your 4.5 here. Then go up by half an inch or 3/4 inch. So I'll be using, let me go up by 3/4. I'll go up by 3/4 inch. So I went up by 3/4 inch. So from here to this place, you connect this line. You make a straight mark from this place to this edge. Connect it that way. So the next thing you're going to do is to make a curve from here to this edge. So if you can see, it's not straight. As you can see, it's not straight. There's a curve there. So this now is our back sleeve pattern. This is our back sleeve pattern, because it's always like this. It's like this. So our front, the next we are going to cut now is our front sleeve pattern. So for the front sleeve pattern, what you need to do is just from this place, from this center point, you make a curve to this place, because of our armpits. Because of our armpits, the front sleeve is always inside. Remember, even when we were cutting the men, I think you need to go watch that video when we you need to go watch that video on our basic bodice pattern. If you watch our basic bodice pattern video, you notice while we were cutting the front piece, it wasn't stressed. Just go and watch the video. Make a curve like this, connect it to this way. It's not that straight, but if you have your pattern paper, you can use it. But if you still don't have, there is always a way. Just be careful to connect it to this place. So for this other side, what you need to do is just from this edge to make a curve at the center between these two lines. Just a curve between it and join it to this other side, like this. This way. So yes, if our front piece is kind of an S shape, it's kind of an S shape. So this is the front part of the front part of the sleeve, and this line is for the back part of the sleeve. So the next thing I'll just is just stretching everything so that it will match to this seam allowance here. So the next thing you determine is the sleeve length of the dress, the sleeve length you want. So remember, keep your measurement, keep your tape at this certain point. So the sleeve length I'll be making use of 8 is okay, just a small short sleeve. So 8 inches is okay. If you're going to add an allowance to the sleeve you're making, I advise you add extra 1 inch. Instead of cutting directly on this 8 inches, you add this like extra 1 inch on half allowance, half inch for the attachment of the lining. But because of this tutorial, I'm not adding lining to this, so I will just add extra 1.5 to 2 inches I will use to fold it, because I'm going to just fold it like that. 2 inches is okay for me. I don't want it to be too big. It's okay, because by the time I minus half an inch, I minus half an inch this place, it will reduce to 1.5. Join the lines. So the sleeve circumference, for the sleeve circumference, my sleeve circumference is 12 inches. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. Is 6 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. It will now be 7. So what I will do is I connect from this place, this 10, remember, to this 7 inches here. Connect the lines this way. You see, it's quite easy and simple. It doesn't even take much time. So let me just run through the lines again before we go over to the cotton. So from here, remember, this is our bicep, this is our sleeve, this is our starting point, a bicep, our sleeve length, the sleeve length sewing allowance. This is just trash. I'm going to take it out white cotton. So from this place to this edge is our armhole circumference divided by 2. So it's here, but I added, so it's 9, but I added extra 1 inch sewing allowance. So I connected the lines. I connected the line this way, a straight line, did a mark at the center, and went up by 3/4 inch. So I made a stretch mark to this edge. Then from here I made a curve to this place. So this line here, this line you're seeing here is our back. This is the back part of the sleeve. So for the front, you will come down from this edge. Also, you will make a curve to this to join to this point. For the upper part, you make a curve from this point to this place. So let's move over to the cotton. This part first. Cut out this part first. And cut it out. So now you fold. This is the men's sleeve length, that's 8 inches. You fold it this way. Don't cut straight. Because of the type of sleeve I'm making, I won't cut straight. I won't be adding lining to it, so I won't be cutting straight. But in case you want to add lining to it, you can just cut straight. You add lining, and when you're sewing it, there's no difference. Everything will just cut your lining the same way it is. So because of this, I'm not adding a lining to it. So I have to fold it like this. Fold it this way under 8 inches before cutting. So when I open it, when I'm done cutting it and I open it, you will see the reason why I had to fold it. Then cut it. So first of all, we're going to cut. Remember, cut your back pattern first before the back part of the sleeve before cutting the front part, please. So avoid making mistake and regretting everything. This way. So this is our back part. Our front piece part is still there. Don't cut it yet. So when you open it, you see, remember, it's folded this way. So when you open it, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have something like this. You see, something like this. You see, this our line is still there. So had it been I went ahead cutting this thing this way, this stuff won't be here. But like I said before, if you're cutting straight, that means you're going to add a lining to it. So when you cut your lining exactly, it will just rhyme while sewing it on your sewing machine. So because I'm not adding a lining to it, that's why this edge, this sharp edge came out here. So when I'm folding it, when I'm sewing it, let's take this as our back part, and this is our, okay, let's take this as our back, is our front. So if I'm sewing it, it's going to be like this. So I'm folding it because I'll fold it. The reason for the 2 inches that came out, I'll fold it, then it's going to be like this. When you fold it, you see this line, you see it's aligned with the main part of the sleeve piece. See, so had it been I went ahead cutting it that's on that line exactly, it will be like this. See, it will, when you fold it now, see, it's going to be like this, like this. So when you're sewing, it's going to be like this, and it's not going to be fine, it's not going to be neat. So it's better I will just cut out everything while when you're cutting, so that everything will just lap accordingly. Everything will just lap accordingly. So if you found my tutorial interesting and educating, so please let me know at the comment section, and also help me to share my videos. Check me out on Instagram. The link is down on the description bar of the description page. Check me down on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. And also, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. See you guys in my next video. Bye.